As of I didn't what's going on with Jalen Hurts? Let's just get it all out the way. Let's just start there. Okay? When the Philadelphia Eagles played the Giants Sunday, I was under the impression that he practiced Saturday. So he didn't practice. So Jalen Hurts, everybody knows Jalen Hurts, and he's in a concussion protocol. He suffered a concussion against Washington. Um, he hasn't played since. The Philadelphia Eagles practice tomorrow. Okay? The Philadelphia Eagles practice Wednesday. He should be at practice by Wednesday, okay? He should be at practice Wednesday. My whole thing is tomorrow it would be 18 days since he's even practiced. Like, okay, we know you missed the entire Washington game. We know you missed Cowboys game. We know you missed the Giants game. Okay, you've missed 3 games. But that's fine. I'm just concerned for Jalen Hurts because he hasn't practiced. Okay, the NFL concussion protocol typically takes about 9 days, right? It all depends, right? The severity of the concussion is the only thing that really matters, okay? So if he hasn't practiced in 18 days, how severe is this? I'm just worried about Jalen. And on top of that, he's going to lose another offensive coordinator. Yo, timeout. No. Timeout. 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 Let's talk about it. Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts has had 8 different offensive coordinators dating back to high school. Since being in the NFL, he's been in the NFL for 5 years. He's only had the same offensive coordinator for 2 years in a row once. And when he did, we went to the Super Bowl and he had an MVP season. Yo, this is unacceptable. Okay? This is where I absolutely draw the line. Because again, I've been quiet about this. The Philadelphia Eagles, to do your quarterback, dude, Jalen Hurts is a Hall of Fame caliber quarterback. He's a dude, has it all. Okay? He is your franchise quarterback. Nobody does their franchise quarterback like this. We'll talk about the concussion later. The 18 days of not practicing. We'll talk about that. That's more of me being concerned for Jalen. That's all. I'm genuinely concerned that Jalen Hurts is still in concussion protocol. But we'll talk about that later. My issue is Kellen Moore. And let me slow down a bit. Kellen Moore. He's going to be interviewed, which I knew this was going to happen. I knew this was going to happen. Every coordinator we get, every offensive coordinator we get, he leaves. He leaves. Like, why do that to Jalen? Now he has to learn a whole different playbook. Everything's different. Now there's a learning curve. Come on, dog. Why? Why? Find him his guy and keep the same coordinator. He's learning a new system every year. Every year. Okay, Kellen Moore. Okay, this wasn't going to turn into a meltdown, but all of my live streams do. Whatever. It is what it is. Kellen Moore has two job interviews for a head coach. It's the Jaguars and the Saints. Now, I'm all about promotions. I'm all for the promotions. Go and get, if you have aspirations of being a head coach, go for it. Actually, congratulations to Kellen Moore. Okay? Congratulations to Kellen Moore. But my whole thing is this. The Philadelphia Eagles, at what point do you decide, hey, for the sake of our franchise quarterback, I'm going to get him his guy? We're going to look at the history of the coordinators, but we're going to look at all of this, okay? Because why? This guy is, bro, like, he's been in the Jalen Hurts. Let's not even look at college and high school, right? He's been in the NFL for 5 years, and he only had the same coordinator in back-to-back years once. So every year you're giving him a whole. It's like you're creating more obstacles for him. Okay? Okay? Philadelphia Eagles, you're creating more obstacles for our quarterback. That's not how you should do things. Okay? Get him his guy. Get him his guy, because we know Kellen Moore would be crazy to stay here if he's getting head coaching opportunities. Go get your head coaching opportunity, Kellen Moore, and congratulations. But like, at some point, we need a guy to call plays. And when Nick Sirianni grows a set, okay, bro, Nick Sirianni, just call plays. Now we don't have to deal with this. Just call the plays. Say, you know what, I'm Nick Sirianni. I will respect Nick Sirianni if he calls plays. Because at the end of the day, the revolving door of coordinators is because of Nick Sirianni. Dude, just say, I'm going to call the plays. You call the play. You run your offense, Nick. Show us what you got up here as far as being able to scheme players open. They'll respect you more. I'll respect you more. Call some plays, Nick Sirianni, because until Nick Sirianni starts calling plays, we're going to always have this problem. I mean, but Jalen Hurts, and then we want to, bro, the Jalen Hurts haters is it's crazy. Because it's stuff like this. Every year. First it was Brian Johnson. Well, no, first it was Doug Peterson. Let's look at the history. Let's look at the history of Jalen Hurts coordinators just coming into the NFL, man. It starts off with Doug Peterson, right? That was his rookie year. You got Doug Peterson in, right? So your rookie year, you're learning a playbook, and it's not even finna matter. As a rookie, let me tell you, Jalen Hurts is cold. He's cold. He's a dog. His rookie year, Doug Peterson has his own offense. So as a rookie, I'm learning one offense, which is Doug Peterson's, right? Okay. I'm learning Doug Peterson's offense. Doug Peterson gets fired. Now, as a rookie, all of this information I'm trying to learn and figure out it's over with. It doesn't even matter. Now he has to learn another completely whole different concept and playbook. Yeah, I don't think this is as easy as he's making it seem. This is not that simple. So from there, he gets Doug Peterson. Then you have Nick Sirianni. Nick Sirianni gets hired. And Nick Sirianni started off calling the plays. He was horrible. So then Shane Steichen started right in the middle of that season. But still, that's Nick Sirianni. He started off calling plays and he was horrible. Shane Steichen took over, okay? And Jalen Hurts He had that half of a season with Shane, and they brought Shane back. And then he has an MVP season. You give him the same coordinator, and I promise you the boy is going to go nuts. We're limiting him. We're making this shit more difficult than it has to be for him. At year 5, well, he's been in the league for 5 years. At this point, Jalen Hurts should be in the same system, and he should know it to a perfection. So that way, it's like there's no thinking involved. There's no trying to, with everything else that he has to read, right? And now having to learn a whole, bro, it's too much, bro. It's way too, it's not, that's not how you operate when you have a franchise guy. Kellen Moore is gone. Kellen Moore will be a fool to stay with the Philadelphia Eagles. If he do, I would love this guy. I would appreciate him. If he stays, oh my God. But 9 times out of 10, he's leaving, and that's the right move. You go get a head coaching spot. Okay? And this is the revolving door with these coordinators. You put too much of a stress on your franchise guy. It's too much, man. It's too much. And knowing, okay, Kellen Moore has an opportunity to coach. These are just the interviews that he's been slated to. The Jaguars and the Saints. I'm automatically looking at that Jaguars. I'm going to the I already know. So now, how does that affect Kellen Moore? How does that affect Kellen Moore? Dude is looking at it like, man, I know I got to prepare for the playoffs and the Super Bowl, but at the same time, I'm finally about to get my shot as a head coach. He's distracted. He's distracted. He's distracted. He's focused on his next job. How do I know that? It's human nature. You can't block some opportunity like that out. So now, not only what it just causes so much. Honestly, bro, it causes a lot of distractions, man. I don't understand how in the most pivotal point in our season, we have to worry about our offensive coordinator leaving. They got to change this shit, dog. I understand it's a short season. This has to be done. You have to figure this out differently. You got to figure out how you go about these, giving these job opportunities to coordinators, because it can't be in the middle of in the midst of the playoffs. So I got other teams trying to interview my coaching staff as we're preparing for a Super Bowl. Bro, see, but to eliminate these distractions, the Philadelphia Eagles, they need to already have their guy at offensive coordinator. There's no interviewing him. He's okay. No. It needs to be Nick Sirianni. The only way we eliminate this problem, or every year we're going to deal with it. Every year we're going to deal with it, and it's going to be a distraction. If you look at our Super Bowl run with Jonathan Gannon, we were under the impression that Jonathan Gannon was staying. And then something happened in the Super Bowl, and there was some miscommunication or whatever, and Jonathan Gannon wound up leaving and being the head coach of the Cardinals. What a horrible distraction to be having. We've dealt with this before, right? And again, bro, I'm not trying to be a negative Nancy or whatever the hell y'all like calling me. But look, bro, there's point. Bro, like this is for me. I don't agree with everything the Philadelphia Eagles do. I got my own mind, my own brain, bro. I can operate and formulate my own opinions with no bias. There's no bias. The Philadelphia Eagles need to figure out Vic Fangio. Shout out to Vic Fangio. He says, I know Vic is not leaving. I know Vic doesn't want to be a head coach. You need guys in here. If you can't find, if Nick Sirianni can't call plays and alleviate this problem of this revolving door of play callers and offensive coordinators for Jalen Hurts, if they can't figure out how to stop this, go and get someone who does not want to be a head coach. Put in their contract that they cannot entertain head coaching opportunities. We're focused on a suit. But we've seen it. We've seen this derail the Jonathan Gannon. When Jonathan Gannon was getting those opportunities to be a head coach, it affected our play. It affected his ability to prepare. Because he's focused on a head coaching job. They literally fly out and have these. That's wild. Wait a second. Yo, here's some gem of the day. Here's some gems for everybody that's in here. And you can go use it and you can have it. Listen, hear me out. When you as a coordinator, when you are getting job opportunities in the middle of preparing for playoff games and you're flying out to interview for different job opportunities while you still have an obligation to another team, that is whoa. Hold on, bro. It's something going. It's something going on with that. It's something going on with that. That should not be a thing. You should not be able to interview a coach, have them fly them out on your private jet to your facility and conduct a fucking job interview while we prepare for a Super Bowl run. I mean, you talk about, again, if the Philadelphia Eagles pull this off, this would be an extremely impressive run with everything with the adversity that they're going through right now. This would be extremely impressive if the Philadelphia Eagles can pull this one off. Okay, because not only are your coordinators right now, we got our offensive coordinator entertaining job offers. If you even entertaining an offer, you're done. I don't need you. I don't need you. You already you got one foot out the door. You entertaining the thoughts, bro. We don't need that. I just don't like it, bro. And it's unfortunate for Jay Hurts. J. Rock Simpson says, how many times do I have to tell you this how they rig games? Regardless of what they're doing, they need to figure out a whole different avenue as it relates to hiring candidates for head coaching spots. You shouldn't be doing this end season. But that's a big, that's when you start going, I'm not trying to go that deep down the rabbit hole. I'm just here to sympathize with Jalen Hurts. And I want you guys to understand how unfair and counterproductive this is to Jay Hurts. This man got a new coordinator every year, bro. The Philadelphia Eagles are dog. Like, for real, bro. How you not know as an organization to keep the continuity between your quarterback and your offensive coordinator. That's part of the team's ability to be consistent. They can't even consistently have the same offensive coordinator for your star quarterback. This man has to learn a new system every year. We the only look. Spa City says crazy. We the only team with an offensive coordinator revolving door. Like I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it, bro. And again, really, man, it's only, bro, it's pressing issues, bro. For real. This has become an issue. And then when Jalen Hurts is not reading everything well or making mistakes, we want to pile on him. The audacity of you niggas, bro. The audacity of you people, bro. The audacity of you to want to pile up on Jalen Hurts when you see every year he has a different coordinator, offensive coordinator. Got to learn a new system. But imagine when you have to process things within like split seconds. I can't imagine how difficult that must be, bro, especially as a quarterback, and go through different reads, and not only just passing reads when you're finna pass the ball, but also reads when you're finna run the ball. Like, bro, it's all so is I would be overwhelmed, bro. So again, that's a show of how great Jalen Hurts is, man. It's one of his intangibles. He's succeeding with every coordinator he has. Okay. But man, imagine if you just get him one guy. Regardless, he gonna succeed. Period. No matter how the Philadelphia Eagles, no matter how the Philadelphia Eagles, no matter how they try to mismanage things or just that's like, I don't know, it just doesn't make any sense to me. Even trying to make sense of it. If me trying to make sense of it I would have to go with why does the Philadelphia Eagles have a revolving door of offensive coordinators every year with a franchise quarterback? And it's simple. It all points at who? Nick Sirianni. If Nick Sirianni start calling plays, get his head out of his ass, just start calling plays, Nick. You don't want to do that? You don't want to start calling plays? You scared? You scared to put your name on it? If Nick Sirianni starts calling plays, we don't have to worry about it. And I promise you, I will respect Nick Sirianni, bro. I will respect him so much more. I think the players will have a grown sense of respect for him. I feel like it'll be a different team. Nick Sirianni needs to start calling plays immediately. He needs to start calling plays. That's the only way the revolving door of offensive coordinators stop. He had his chance. It's not even about a chance. He has multiple. Whenever he wants to decide to call plays, he can. But every time he does, it looks bad. It's like, when Nick Sirianni is fucking around with the play call. You're like, yeah, this looks like Nick Sirianni. But I mean, when you get so many bright minds in, or when you get a Kellen Moore can kind of help him. Shane Steichen maybe can kind of help him. I don't know why this dude but until he starts calling plays, or maybe someone comes in and helps him with his system and makes it, or maybe he has I don't know, man. But however, the cookie may crumble. Like Jalen Hurts said, okay, let's pull up some stuff, bro. Let's pull up some stuff, right? I want to go with, like, Jalen Hurts mentioned, talking about the influx of the revolving door of offensive coordinators. Okay, he's going into Shane Steichen in 2022, right? He gets Shane Steichen for a full season after Nick Sirianni fails as a coordinator in 2021, and he relinquished those responsibilities to Shane Steichen. So from the middle of 2021 all through 2022, Jalen Hurts, that's not even a full season. Jalen Hurts got like a season and a half with Shane Steichen. And what happens? He has an MVP like year and goes to the Super Bowl. But before that final year with Shane Steichen, Jalen Hurts going into that 2022 season with Shane Steichen, he says, I think it'll be a big thing having Shane Steichen as a coordinator again, finally having some continuity with your coordinator. I think it'll be huge, and it's something that I'm excited for, something I'm looking forward to. Jalen Hurts was excited about having that coordinator for another year. I get the same coordinator. I don't got to learn a new system. There's no learning curve. I'm finna go crazy. I'm about to show my ass. And Jalen Hurts with Shane Steichen, he had an MVP-like season. He was excited for it. We need to keep the same coordinator. We need to keep the same coordinator, right? And I'm tired of it, bro. Can I be tired as a fan of knowing what Jalen Hurts? Come on, he even said like, but listen to me, guys. This is how important this is. Jalen Hurts said in the beginning of the season that Kellen Moore, it was 93, it was like 90% different. The new stuff, it was a whole different, this man, bro, from Brian Johnson to Kellen Moore, right? He had Brian Johnson for 1 year in 2023. We know Brian Johnson was trash. But that was Brian Johnson and Nick Sirianni, okay? Then you go from that to Kellen Moore, and everything's different. And this is what you have to go through. So new season, training camp, I got to learn everything over. And then I got to do this constantly. Like, I don't like it. I mean, I understand you build the system around Jalen Hurts, to a certain degree. He is the system, right? But I don't know why the Philadelphia Eagles are so comfortable. It's Siri Fraud's fault. He can't keep coordinator. Philly flyover. What's the word, bro? Appreciate you for the comment. Look, it's just he's not the head coach. Doesn't call the plays, right? So I mean, if he called the plays, we can have a guy at offensive coordinator, right? But I think Nick Sirianni, he's afraid to put his name on being a play caller because he failed at it, and maybe he's just not good at that. But regardless, the Philadelphia Eagles, they need to find their guy, man. They need to find, even if it's somebody, a homegrown guy that's in the organization now. Or I mean, my only thing is if Nick Sirianni drop your nuts, Nick Sirianni, bro, and just say, you know what, I'm the head coach of the Philadelphia Eagles, but I'm also going to call the plays. Let your nuts hang. That's all it boils down to, Nick Sirianni. And I'll guarantee you, we will not have this influx of different coordinators every year. And we got somebody who joined XFOL, bro. That's what's up. Hey, yo, eventually we gonna be 100 deep, 1,000 deep. Shout out to you, bro. Doomsday Corner Sports. I appreciate you, bro. Welcome to XL4L, X Family for Life. That's all that is, gang. I appreciate you. What's the word? Somebody said Eagles are trash. Yup. Ban them. Send them to the loser lounge early. I got one. We got a victim, chat. Loser lounge. Ban them. No. Chill. All right. Somebody gifted a membership. Let's go. We lit today, gang. Hey, we lit in the chat. No, but I mean, Nick Sirianni, Nick Sirianni could have gotten better as an offensive coordinator. I mean, as a play caller, he could have gotten better. I mean, his first year as the Eagles head coach, he tried calling plays. It didn't work. He could have gotten better after having a Kellen Moore to kind of like fix some things, or, to kind of mesh concepts or whatever the case may be. So you can get better. Nick Sirianni could have gotten better as a play caller. So give it another shot. Call the plays. But there's a learning curve. So I'm gonna always feel as though the Philadelphia Eagles, as long as they have an influx of a revolving door, for lack of a better term, as long as they continue to have the revolving door of coordinators, it's going to take Jalen Hurts time to learn the system. So he's going to struggle early. But even then, with these new coordinators, he still goes, even with new coordinators, he still has fantastic like, he doesn't play bad at all. You look at his first year. Hear me out. This is what's crazy. Kellen Moore might not leave. We win a Super Bowl. If Kellen Moore, if who said that? Franklin Lewis. Okay, bro. If Kellen Moore stays with the Eagles, he'll be a fool, bro. You don't pass up on an opportunity to become a head coach. Everybody's telling Kellen Moore to go get that head coaching job. The players, Jalen, everybody. He has to go do that. It's only right that he is rewarded for what he's done this year. So I would never be mad at, I can't be mad at somebody for, being rewarded for something that they've accomplished. So I mean, I can't. And I don't think anybody else really wants to. So it's all about, if he stays, he's crazy. But I know he's gone. Trust me, Kellen Moore is gone. If he stays, he's crazy. Even if we win a Super Bowl, bro, you don't get an opportunity. You don't get many opportunities to be an NFL head coach. Kellen Moore, dude, who would want him to? As much as I would like for Jalen Hurts to have a coordinator, I'm not willing to sacrifice the further development of like a Kellen Moore, or I'm not willing to sacrifice Kellen Moore relinquishing a better opportunity just for no. I will never try to take anything. He's earned that opportunity. Go get your head coaching spot. You deserve it for what you've done for us. Right, and he's helped Jalen as well. I'm pretty sure Jalen has learned some things from Kellen, right? And maybe vice versa, right? Kellen Moore, learned how to use more of a run scheme. So it all works hand in hand. I just do not, and especially at this juncture of Jalen Hurts' career, at this point, we got to figure it out, okay? It's self-sabotage in a way, okay? For your franchise quarterback, you simply don't do that. That's my opinion. I don't think you do that. You got to have some, especially with a guy like Jalen, okay? And again, it's crazy because every year when he has a new coordinator, he still thrives. His first year with Shane, he had 3,000 passing yards. His first year as a starter, 3,144 passing yards to go along with 784 rushing yards. Whoa. So that's almost 4,000 total yards. His first time starting. His first year starting. Okay? So you look at a first year starter with 4,000, almost 4,000 total yards. See, again, we try to diminish some of the things Jalen Hurts is able to accomplish as a quarterback because of the running statistics. But that's what makes him so hard to defend, the fact that he's giving you almost 700 rushing yards. How are you going to defend somebody that's throwing the ball and running the ball? There's not, I mean, as a quarterback, there's not enough defenders on the field. It's just a mismatch, right? So any quarterback that has that ability to run, it causes a lot of problems and put a lot of stress on your defense. Now, how you build around that is what makes guys truly unique. Okay? And so, I mean, come on, bro. His first year starting, almost 4,000 total yards. Whoa. Whoa. Right? Exactly. We have to have honest conversations about Jalen Hurts. Okay? Mind you, second coordinator, okay? And as far as the NFL is concerned, we aren't even talking about the multiple coordinators he had in college, right? Let's just focus on just him in the NFL. 5 years. Multiple different coordinators, but still being effective. You look at his Super Bowl year. 3,701 passing yards. His MVP year, the year he went to the Super Bowl, his breakout year, right? 3,701 passing yards. This is with the continuity, the consistency of having the same coordinator. He puts up an MVP year, 3,701 yards to go along with 760 rushing yards. You're looking at a guy with nearly 4,000 yards again. Okay, how many rushing touchdowns, though, in 2022? 13. 13 rushing touchdowns. And 22 passing touchdowns. So this guy is accounting for a lot of production. But again, since it's not all passing, it's like it's kind of hard to equate that when you're so accustomed to stationary quarterbacks in the pocket, right? We're not able to fully comprehend Jalen Hurts' full capabilities, and we discredit or diminish his yards on the ground. Okay, 770 plus rushing yards. That's a lot for a quarterback. The stress that you put on a defense and you build around that, yo, the kid is kind of unstoppable. If we look at it, if we want to really be honest. All right, you look at 2023 with a different coordinator. At this point, he had Doug Peterson, Nick Sirianni, Shane Steichen. Now we got Brian Johnson. Shit, like this is adding up. This is another different coordinator. What does Jalen Hurts do? What does Jalen Hurts do? 605 rushing yards and 3,858 passing yards. So again, about 4,000. This dude, he's giving you 4,000 yards a year. In the air, throwing the ball and running, toting that thing, bro. With multiple different coordinators, At what point do you say, hey, let's think about Jalen Hurts here for a second, right? Jalen Hurts hasn't practiced in 18 days. It'll be 18 days tomorrow. Do we not focus on that and care? Like, seriously, at what point do we start showing a little more appreciation for Jalen Hurts? That's all I'm saying. Okay, typically for a mild concussion, that takes about 9 days on average. It all depends. Bro hasn't practiced in 18 days. Missed 3 games, including the Washington game. He didn't play all of that. So bro has missed 3 games. It's been 18 days since he's practiced, and he's still in concussion protocol. And you telling me not to worry about my quarterback? They trying to tell me not to worry about Jalen. Fuck him. You're not going to tell me not to worry about my quarterback when the franchise, when the Philadelphia Eagles refuse to give him a consistent coordinator. Hasn't practiced in 18 days and is still in concussion protocol. But I shouldn't worry about him. Sorry, I'm going to worry about my guy. That's our guy. He hasn't practiced in 18 days. You think I'm not going to worry? Make it make sense. You telling me not to worry about our franchise quarterback. That's what they're telling me. Bro hasn't practiced. Okay. Let's look. I mean, I got a whole video about the concussion protocol. I've looked into it. I mean, you guys can go check him. Go look at my video. Go look at my videos, like 2 videos down. Right? It's a recent video. You see a doctor explains Jalen Hurts' concussion and how the NFL concussion protocol works. I know how the concussion protocol works, bro. Okay? If you haven't practiced in 18 days, that's alarming because it's a serious concussion at that point. I'm sorry. Okay? Now, I don't... And the Philadelphia Eagles, they can't try to... the Philadelphia Eagles, I don't think they have any power to override or overrule anything the NFL does with the concussions. I know the Philadelphia Eagles have been resting, but still, I'm always concerned about my quarterback. And if he hasn't practiced in 18 days going into the most important juncture of our season, I'm sorry, bro. I'm concerned. Can I be concerned about Jalen Hurts? Damn. He just suffered a concussion. They made me seem like I'm panicking because I'm concerned. Initially, bro, I thought he was okay. I thought he practiced Saturday before the Giants game. I thought he practiced. I thought he practiced the Giants game. I mean, the day before the Giants game, I was under the impression that he practiced, and I was cool. I was fine. There were reports with Adam Schefter and other people. He hasn't even practiced. He should be cleared Wednesday. Tomorrow he should be cleared. But still, man, you can't absolve me from not being concerned about our quarterback, and he hasn't practiced. It'll be 18 days tomorrow that our quarterback has not practiced, and he missed 3 games. And listen, he's missed 3 games, hasn't practiced in 18 days, and they're telling me, hey, don't worry. Fuck off. Like, honestly, bro, fuck off. Seriously. You telling me don't be worried about Jalen. Why not? That's our guy. That's my guy. He's the franchise quarterback. And you telling me don't... Oh, he hasn't practiced in 18 days. He's missed 3 games, and he's still in concussion protocol, and he's about to lose his offensive coordinator again, and you telling me don't be concerned. Who the fuck are you people? What do you mean? Don't be concerned? Don't be... What the hell? He needs to practice to get out the protocol. That's facts, Bird. And the fact that he hasn't practiced, like I thought he practiced, but if he would have practiced, he would have been out of the protocol. But there was no report, so like I should have known. If there's no reports that he's out of the protocol, then he didn't practice. But see, what this was, look, they were saying he was at practice because he was in a building. So he was in a building, but he just wasn't, he's just not practicing, but he's there. So it's like that. I think that's what the miscommunication was. He didn't actually practice Saturday, the day before the Giants game. And I was like, okay, I'm not concerned anymore. I'm not worried. But then when the official report came in that he was like he's still in a protocol, now I know he hasn't practiced. Now I know he hasn't practiced. So I'm like, damn, I was under the impression he practiced. But again, it's been 18 days since Jalen Hurts has practiced. Well, tomorrow will mark. Well, no, wait. If he's cleared, he hasn't practiced since last year. Right? Like, come on, man. I don't know. He hasn't practiced since last year. At least practice. I'm not concerned with him missing games. I would just feel better if knowing he practiced. Yo, they tripping. We should be worried about our franchise quarterback. 3 weeks is a long ass time to be in a protocol, though, bro. I wouldn't say 3 weeks. I can't say 3 weeks. Well, I mean, damn. I mean, we don't really. I mean, at this point, right? But I mean, I just need him practicing, bro. I would feel better. And again, my last live stream, a couple live streams, I thought he was practicing. You know, during the Giants game, there's a report that he was practicing. No, he was just in a building. We know he's in a building. So I don't know. I had some off information there. I had some wrong info. I was under the impression that Jalen Hurts practiced. He was just in a building, bro. Come on, man. But now that I know that he still hasn't practiced, and again, the Philadelphia Eagles, they struggled in the first quarter. Jalen Hurts has missed 3 games and hasn't practiced in 18 days. Man, bro, golly. But he's gonna be fully rested. And again, there's no real cause for concern regarding this upcoming playoff game. I know we gonna smoke the Packers. But my whole thing is, I just would like my quarterback to just be at practice at least, man. You know, to not have practice in 18 days, 17, 18 days, 2 weeks, have it 3 weeks, however you want to calculate it. I said about 2 weeks, man. 2.5 weeks. Let's go 2.5 weeks. Because about tomorrow will be Wednesday. So in about 2.5 weeks, he hasn't practiced. Once he's back on the field, he should be cleared and good. He should be cleared. Honestly, I think he should have been cleared way before this, honestly. But since he haven't, it lets me know that this could be something. This probably was like this is probably more of a serious concussion, right? To still be in a concussion, to be in a protocol for 18 days. It's double the amount that it usually takes. So I don't know, man. I don't know. Jalen Hurts with his injuries, it's always been this way, bro. You never know when he's injured. You never know what's going on with his injuries. I mean, bro, it's always one of those type of conversations, bro. But for me personally, but it's always, I like the competitive advantage of not really knowing what's going on with the players, right? So I kind of like the fact that it's kind of at some point, it's kind of, you get a lot of mixed signals, or you never really know what's going on with his you know. So again, I think it's all plays to the competitive advantage for the Philadelphia Eagles. The coordinator stuff is alarming. Honestly, I'm tired of it. With him not practicing in 18 days. It's really more so of me hoping that he's okay. Really, honestly. Somebody says kicker problem, but we have a kicker problem. Who said that? Young Slim. I hope we do not have to kick any field goals in the playoffs. But with Jake Elliott and with your kickers, you gotta show. You have to show some confidence in them. So I think that'll help with the kickers. If you just continue to show that you're confident and hope they don't lose confidence. But I think Jake Elliott has lost some confidence. And once you lose confidence as a kicker, I think that's when you're on your way out the door in the NFL. So you just got to kick, and it is what it is. All right. How are the Eagles losing the coordinator? I don't know. I mean, they lose coordinators every year. That's how. This is not new for the Philadelphia Eagles. They lose coordinators. Coordinators come to the Philadelphia Eagles in search, in hopes of having an NFL career opportunity. Coordinators come to the Philadelphia Eagles knowing, okay, if I get this job here, this can easily propel me to a head coaching position. All right. So, I mean, this is nothing new. G says, you ain't wrong. Jake Elliott. Wait, what? Let me see what Eden says. Eden the remix says, Jake Elliott's fine. He is clutch when it means the most. He is a playoff place kicker. He is the least of our worries. We need to worry about our head coach decision making in playoffs. I mean, I agree. I can still give I can give Jake Elliott a little more leeway, honestly. I can give him a little more leeway because I've seen him make crazy kicks. Okay, I've seen him do this. Right. So you got to just have faith in your kickers, bro. You can't lose faith in them. Because once they lose confidence, they're pretty much done. Yeah. But man, I don't know. I'm still kind of concerned about him. I'm still kind of concerned about him. But Nick Sirianni, as far as his decision making and things like that, Nick Sirianni is gonna always be a question mark in my opinion, bro. I'm gonna always have and I mean he has a lot of his success is due to Jalen Hurts. A lot of everybody's success is due to Jalen Hurts. So the quarterback makes everybody look good and get job opportunities, right? And it's really just Jalen Hurts, man. Jalen Hurts covers for a multitude of sins, dog. I've shown you guys. He's getting about 4,000 yards every season. Okay? He's going to get you about at least 35, 40, at least 35 to 40 touchdowns and 4,000 yards. He know how to win ball games. Period. It is what it is. You may not like it. You may not like how it looked. It is what it is. Okay? He's gonna get you dubs. And that's all that really matters. But to not give him the same coordinator, at the very least, multiple years in a row, find him his guy. To not be able to do that, it's alarming for the franchise. They got to be better. What's a king to a god? That's a dope name, bro. But what's a king to a god says, right, as much as Saquon has been a blessing to us, Jalen is a winner and the most important chess piece. I mean, usually the quarterback is, and I mean, I don't know, bro, but Saquon is just as important. It's Jalen Hurts. Bro, say what Saquon, what he's done. Man, and that O-line, I think it makes Jalen Hurts' job a lot easier. He deserves it, bro, because they keep giving him these coordinators, bro. Like, and with him coming out and saying, "Hey, this is like the offense is like 90% different. This is an entirely different thing." Like, damn, this is what your quarterback got to go through every year. Your franchise guy, you're the best player on your team. He has to worry about learning a new system every year. No, you can't do that to your guy, bro. I'm sorry. All you got to do is blitz Hurts. I don't know about that, man. Again, Jalen Hurts has had about 4,000 yards every year he's played in the NFL. Whether that's throwing and running, that's really just but when you combine his ability to throw the ball and run the ball. I mean, look, Jalen Hurts has had 8 different offensive coordinators in 9 seasons. In 9 seasons, he's had 8 different coordinators. And this is including the college and the NFL. 8 different coordinators. And the 1 year he has the same coordinator, he goes to the Super Bowl and have an MVP year. Let's start with Lane Kiffin. Hurts play caller and coordinator in his freshman year at Alabama was Lane Kiffin. So it starts with Lane Kiffin. Lane Kiffin is over there with Washington. Lane Kiffin interviewed for the Philadelphia Eagles offensive coordinator position earlier this year, which makes sense because he's the offensive coordinator for Jalen Hurts his freshman year in Alabama. So it starts with Lane Kiffin. From there, it was Steve Sarkisian, Hurts play caller for the BCS championship game after Kiffin left. From there, you have Brian Daboll. Brian Daboll is now the head coach of the New York Giants. He was Hurts' play caller for a year at Alabama. Most don't know that, right? Brian Daboll, the head coach for the New York Giants, was also Jalen Hurts' offensive coordinator in Alabama. I know a lot of y'all don't know that. There's a nugget for you. From there, you got Mike Locksley, Hurts play caller in 2018 at Alabama. So it's just back-to-back different play callers all through college, right? Which is crazy. And then you get Lincoln Riley. Okay? Now you got Lincoln Riley was his play caller when he transferred from Oakland. So you get Lane Kiffin, Steve Sarkisian, Brian Daboll, Mike Locksley, and Lincoln Riley as your coordinators in college. Bro, so can the kid catch a break? So now he goes to the NFL. And of course, you got Doug Peterson, which is the head coach of the Philadelphia Eagles of his rookie year. So Jalen Hurts has had different coordinators every year in college. And then he goes to the NFL as a rookie, trying to learn Doug Peterson's offense. And then the next year as a starter, everything you learned as a rookie, you got to throw it all out because now you have Nick Sirianni. So you get Nick Sirianni and Shane Steichen your first year as a starter after having to learn Doug Peterson's offense as a rookie. What the I can't make this up. I can't make this up. So then the 1 year you finally, Jalen Hurts finally gets the same offensive coordinator for 2 years in a row. And what does he do? He goes to the Super Bowl and has an MVP year. Runner up to the MVP. So what do the Philadelphia Eagles do? What does Philadelphia Eagles do? You guessed right. They bring in a new offensive coordinator, Brian Johnson. And then after Brian Johnson the following year, they bring in Kellen Moore. Now Kellen Moore's on his way out the door. Moore is out the door. Kellen Moore is out the door. So Jalen Hurts has had 8 different coordinators in 9 years. Talk about a dog. We're gonna talk about a dog. 8 different coordinators in 9 years of playing football. The Philadelphia Eagles should be ashamed. This is your franchise guy. If you gotta retain Kellen Moore. You have to figure out how to keep Kellen Moore for the sake of Jalen Hurts. But even if Kellen Moore leaves, I'm 100% fine with that. But come on, guys. What are we doing with Jalen Hurts here? The influx of coordinators. Imagine for the okay. So 9 years he's been playing college in the NFL. And in those 9 years, this man has had 8 different offensive coordinators. 8 different playbooks and schemes he has to learn. And every year he puts up 4,000 yards or better. The dude is a dog. He's cold. But why? Why put him through that? Why put him through those learning curves every year? You're stagnating his ability to perform. Why? It makes no sense, Philadelphia Eagles, honestly, man. I just don't agree with it. You know, I cannot agree with the Philadelphia Eagles. I have no opinion here. There's nothing wrong with disagreeing with what they're doing. And the only times I strongly disagree is when I know that they're fucking up. That's when I strongly disagree. When the majority of the fans feel the same way, I know, like, yeah, bro, this is a strong feeling and it's not just me. You can't do this to a guy. Think about it. Kellen Moore, if he's smart, he'll leave, right? He goes and get a better opportunity as a head coach. But now you have to find another guy for Jalen, a whole nother system, a whole nother guy that he has to figure out how they call plays, and you got to get in the same rhythm with your play caller. The play caller and the quarterback got to be in the same rhythm, because that way you know how to call, the certain plays and get your guy in rhythm. Well, now all of that is out of whack every single year. Now you're going to do that to him again? Somebody said, get a better QB. I don't know what's the context of that, so I don't know. I don't even know what you're talking about. If you telling us to get a primetime Stephen Joyce, if you're telling us to get a better quarterback than Jalen Hurts when he's a top 5 quarterback, if you're saying that, just let me know, and we can move accordingly. Hurts is a savage. Thank you, John Parker. Why would you get rid of Kellen Moore? Eagles are on the road. It's not about the Eagles getting rid of him. It's about Kellen Moore getting head coaching opportunities. And if that's the case, then I'm pretty sure he goes and get that. But nobody's trying to get rid of Kellen Moore. He just has better. He's in a position to have a head coaching spot. You have a pro quarterback, an RPO quarterback, huh? You know he nearly threw for 4,000 yards last year, right? Had 20 plus touchdowns, along with 700. He gets us about 4,000 yards every year, right? And he's one of the best deep ball throwers in the NFL. People are still sleeping on Jay Hurts. I mean, it's just running quarterbacks in general. They just kind of like try to, they try to take away a lot from these quarterbacks, from these running quarterbacks, right? RPO quarterbacks never pan out. He's already panned out. He didn't throw for 4K yards ever, and has two of the best receivers in the league, because that's not his game. He could if he wants to. Jalen Hurts is a running quarterback, so he runs the ball as well. Last year he had over 3,800 pass yards. Okay? That's 3,800 pass yards. If you round that number up, that's close to 4,000. Well, I mean, like, that's not even his game, really. I mean, like, dude, he's a really good thrower of the football. But they hate, bro, again, because he's a running quarterback. And so I understand that hate, bro. I understand where it comes from, bro. I get it. Trust me. People aren't able to understand how the quarterback has evolved. It has evolved from more than just unathletic guy throwing the ball. It's different. Now these guys can run, right? They got some swag to themselves, right? It's a different kind of feel. It makes people uncomfortable when you see these type of quarterbacks. But it is what it is, bro. That's how the NFL is, and it eventually, in about 5 years, everybody will begin to eventually, it'll probably take about 5 to 10 years for the NFL to start actually appreciating dual threat black quarterbacks, bro. It's getting there, bro. But again, it's always one of those things, right? And I get the hate with Jalen, right? And people just don't understand, how can a quarterback run the ball like idiots, bro? Like, it's not that difficult to equate how these mobile quarterbacks have transcended and elevated the game of football to make it more exciting, more fun to watch, right? I mean, it is what it is, bro. It's not at some point, eventually you start to put like jealousy and hate, you put it aside. At some point, eventually the black quarterbacks will get their due and their appreciation. But I mean, for the most part, they do. They do for the most part. It's just usually a select few of like trolls and like haters or whatever, bro. A running QB has never won Super Bowl. Jalen get used to the coordinators, and now he's gone. Yeah, that's what happens every year, bro. That's what happens every year. That's what happens every year. Literally. I mean, his whole career for the last 9 years, he's had a different coordinator. I mean, at what point is enough enough? Like, bro, just get him his guy, man. For real, this is like, I don't get it, man. I mean, I don't get it, bro. Just keep one guy. Just keep one guy. I think that will work. If we keep one guy, I think that will work. Hurts isn't better than McNabb. I mean, that's kind of yet to be seen. We got to see how his career plays out. But so far, I mean, based off what he's accomplished, he's right there. If he wins a Super Bowl, it's a wrap. Out of respect to McNabb, I'm not gonna be a jealous hater, right? I'm not gonna do that. Out of respect to McNabb, I would say if Jalen Hurts wins the Super Bowl, there's no question. There's no question. I'm not gonna cap, bro. Even with like his college career and everything he's doing now, he's right up there. That's a conversation you can have right now. With Jalen Hurts in a Super Bowl, you can book it. You might as well just say he is. If he wins the Super Bowl, there's no question about it. But right now, it's like, I mean, at the end of Jalen Hurts' career, at his trajectory, he's definitely going to surpass McNabb. It's all a matter of when. And when is when he wins a Super Bowl. Look, a bar. Yep. McNabb, subscribe and appreciate you, bro. Shout out to Joreen for the subscription. Appreciate you, my boy. McNabb is the best quarterback we have ever had. Hurts was way better in his Super Bowl than McNabb was. That's a crazy point, Hambone. Jay says, what happened when Hurts in his 30s still rushing like that? Guy's gonna get banged up bad. He's got to improve his passing. I mean, when I don't know, bro, because as you get older, he's good. That's a great point, bro. I'll give you that, Jay. I'll give you that. I would say this. Jalen Hurts would he has to stop taking the unnecessary hits. As he gets older, he's going to figure that out, right? And I think he's going to begin to figure that out. But right now, let that young bull run, bro. That's part of his MO. But as of right now, I think you don't change how he gonna ball, bro. But eventually, he's gonna figure that out. Right now, I think he still can. Yeah, I think he's still fine. But again, as you get older, yeah, you begin to like fine tweak some things. So that's a great point, bro. But he's not there yet. A young bull ain't thinking like that, bro. Right? They trying to get what's theirs. So he's far from that mindset. But going into like his maybe like early 30s, I think that's when he'll figure it out. Under 30, bro, let that man, let him do him. He'll figure it out, bro. But yeah, that's a great point. I'll give you that one, gang. He will always RPO. The RPO, who said that? HM, he said he will always RPO. The RPO is just kind of like a play action. It's just to give you that, it's just to get a defense the threat of me, that run. So it opens up other things. So it's kind of just like a play action, bro. So I mean, yeah, the RPO is good. It's just really just like a play action, bro. You just put more stress on the defense. Now they got to worry about, hey, is he gonna run the ball? Or it kind of, you want to stress the defense to an extent. You want to keep them stressed out, wondering, guessing. So, I mean, the RPO is just like Jalen Hurts play action type shit, bro. Honestly. He can't thrive without the RPO, JC. I mean, there's been times he hasn't used it. I mean, Certain players are better with play action and RPO. I mean, certain people thrive in different type of schemes. That's not to take anything away from Jalen Hurts because you're using his strengths as his advantage. There's nothing wrong with that, bro. Come on now. What's the talking points here? I'm too cold with this, bro. RPO is bad for getting past the second read. I can say the RPO is the second read. What are we doing here in the comments, bro? What are we doing here in the comments, bro? Huh? Let me go. I got to take a leak. Hold on, bro. Wait, what happened? Hold on. I believe we could. Wrong. If you got a third read on RPO, you getting a flag. Facts. No, that's a good point. Handball. My whole thing, honestly, bro. Go Birds, damn it, let's go. Philly in the house. Green Bay is done. We put cheese on our steaks. Y'all know what time it is. Shout out to Corey, bro. Hey, that's what I needed to hear, gang. Let's pin that message, broski. Let's pin that joint. Bro, I almost just brawl out there and come run through this car, bro. Sitting down, goddamn it. Yo, Ricky, what's the word, my boy? Ricky Rick. Shout out to Ricky Rick. What's going on with you? Defense wins championships. Facts, danger. Yo, if you in here, bro, you gotta turn on post notifications, bro. We covering the whole playoffs, man. I'm so hyped for the playoffs. But at the same time, there is like some in-house stuff that you gotta deal with, right? And sometimes, bro, at the end of the day, I don't want to air a lot of dirty laundry, but at the same time, it's like when this with Jalen Hurts, I think this is to the point where we have to sit back and ask ourselves, what is best for our quarterback? And how's Jalen Hurts feeling? How's Jalen Hurts doing? I feel like at some point we should be able to at least sympathize with this dude, bro. Because again, I'm not just talking out of the side of my neck, right? This is what's going on. This is what's going on. And it's not like this is a trend. So when it becomes a trend, it becomes consistent. It becomes a constant thing. And right now, not only with Philadelphia Eagles, this is unfair to Jalen Hurts, bro. Yes, Philadelphia Eagles quarterback. Just look, bro. Look, because it's not that easy. It's not that simple. I mean, it's not that difficult. It's not that difficult to do this. Just look up Jalen Hurts 8 different coordinators, bro. This is like common knowledge, bro. He's had 8 different offensive coordinators in 9 seasons, including 4 in the NFL. Like, come on, bro. What are we doing, man? Like, seriously, what are we doing? This is so every year, my quarterback, the most important piece on our team, has to constantly learn something different, or he's been constantly learning new playbooks, new schemes, year in and year out, dating back to his first year in college. At what point do the Philadelphia Eagles, who made him one of the highest paid quarterback in NFL history at one point, at what point do you say, you know what, Jalen, we're going to get you, we're going to have your scheme and everything set up to where you can understand the reads, and it can be, there's no learning curve, right? You don't have to learn how to do this, a different playbook every year. You don't have to learn a new coordinator, new coaches. You make it so much. This is how you ruin your young quarterbacks. The fact that this hasn't ruined Jalen Hurts, bro, this just shows just how destined this dude is for greatness, bro. He's had all these different coordinators, and he's still been able to succeed. Bro, this is really just really a This isn't really a knock on the Philadelphia Eagles. This is more so of me being just grateful of Jalen Hurts, bro. Because no other quarterback can do this. Imagine any other quarterback. All right, now we finna talk now. Now I'm finna really talk my talk, bro. I'm finna really talk my shit, bro. I'm finna really talk my shit now. Imagine Peyton Manning having all these different coordinators. Will he be what he was? Imagine Tom Brady. Early on, him having multiple different coordinators. Will he be what he was? No. 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 This is like how to destroy a quarterback's career one-on-one. Right? Now, you get him the pieces and everything else, yeah. Okay. So you do a good job with getting him the pieces around him. But, bro, it negates all of that when you don't have the scheme. Now, you see when the Philadelphia Eagles are playing backyard football, 2023. Last year, they were playing backyard football. Because the coordinator and everything else was out of whack. Right? They can do that because they have the talent. But bro, when you talk about legacies, when you talk about multiple championships, you gotta have something consistent there. You know, so when Kellen Moore leaves, which he would be smart if he does that, right? When Kellen Moore leaves, when he's out the door, who's up next? Nick Sirianni. Nick Sirianni, for the love of God. If or when Kellen Moore leaves, because you get this Philadelphia Eagles job knowing there's an opportunity. Hey, you can get a head coaching gig, right? So hey, the coordinators know I'm going to either be a head coach or I'm going to land a bigger gig. So that's what makes being an offensive coordinator for the Philadelphia Eagles so intriguing, because after coordinating here, I'm going right to a head coaching gig. Cool. But how do the Philadelphia Eagles fill that void every year? And does that affect Jalen Hurts? Yes. Bring Doug back. I would love that. Oh, who said that? Yo, why you do that to me, bro? Slim, why you do that, bro? He said bring Doug Peterson back. Doug Peterson was Jalen Hurts' first NFL coordinator, right? Let's talk about it, bro. Because I'm cold, low-key. I'm really cold. Look. His first coordinator in the NFL was Doug Peterson. He didn't even get a full year with him. That was his fifth coordinator, Doug Peterson. Imagine bringing Doug back and just leave Doug here. Leave Doug Peterson as the offensive coordinator. Now, I don't know about all that, but damn, I would love to see Doug Peterson back. But I don't know, bro. But damn, that'll work out perfectly when Kellen leaves. I'm an advocate for that. Yeah. He was Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts has a lot of respect. Look, here's the thing about Doug Peterson, right? We know, you gonna throw me down a rabbit hole, bro. Why you do that, bro? But look, Doug Peterson, we know he can call plays, for one. For two, he played. That's my biggest two knocks on Nick Sirianni, is that he hasn't played and he doesn't call plays. That's it. That's my only knock with him. So if Nick Sirianni starts calling plays, bro, I would be able to vouch for him a little more. My leash would be longer on Nick Sirianni, but for now, it's like, man, I don't really, you got to show me, you got to win, you got to show me, Nick Sirianni. With Doug Peterson checks those boxes. He's played in the NFL. He's played for the Eagles, right? He's won Super Bowls. He's proven. So, it's like, man, do we start looking for offensive coordinators now? This is what's so unfortunate. Because now it's now we're looking at the future. This is not, the NFL has to change this, man. Okay? I've seen it happen multiple times. I've seen it happen. I've seen it happen multiple times. You look at the Philadelphia Eagles losing he who must not be named. I don't even like saying Jonathan Gannon. But this exact thing happened. Jonathan Gannon got offers going into the Super Bowl. He said he was staying with Philly. And then after the Super Bowl, he left and went to the Cardinals. And our defense was historically bad in the Super Bowl. It was a huge distraction. I've witnessed, bro, it's man, I've seen this derail, and I don't care what anybody says. Losing Jonathan Gannon and the whole scandal that went on with Jonathan Gannon, I start to think about that when I look at the revolving door of coordinators. Because this is not this cannot keep happening. The Philadelphia Eagles can't, that's what it is. So the Philadelphia Eagles can't produce coaching, what Nick Sirianni's coaching tree, right? If you're such a good head coach, Nick Sirianni, you need coaches from your staff to not only become head coaches, but excel. Nobody from Nick Sirianni's coaching tree has really excelled. Hey, now, you see, that's a whole deeper conversation, bro. I know, that's a whole deeper conversation, bro. Because I've looked at Nick Sirianni's coaching tree. Nothing from his coaching tree produces that's a whole nother conversation. I'm not even going to talk about coaching trees. But if you look at Jonathan Gannon, what is he doing in Arizona? Nothing. What is Shane Steichen doing with the Colts? Nothing. Oh, we got a conversation now. Yo, that's a whole nother day right there. That's a whole nother conversation, man. Like, what are the coaching tree? What is the coaching tree of Nick Sirianni's? What have they won? And what's the guys Nick Sirianni he's from Frank Reich. He's under that coaching tree. No, it's Todd Haley. Todd Haley. Oh, now we really talking about some talk now. Oh, now that's too much, bro. That ain't even a whole. But if we talk about these coordinators and we talk about their lineage, right? What is Nick Sirianni? We look at his record, his win-loss record. Bro, that shit's all tied to Jalen Hurts. Even the success of the coordinators is all tied to who? Jalen Hurts. So to not be able to give Jalen Hurts the continuity of the same structure and the same playbook, at least, you're hindering this dude, bro. You making it more difficult. Again, the guy every year for the last 9 years, this is preposterous, bro. For the last 9 years, he's had 8 different coordinators. Whoa, unbelievable. And now with the reports of Kellen Moore possibly leaving, I know he's gone. I know Kellen Moore's gone. I know he's out of here. I wouldn't blame him. Go get your head coaching gig. Go get it. But now, what does that leave the Philadelphia Eagles? With Jalen Hurts after this year having to deal with not even just having to learn a whole different concept from a whole different coordinator. Again, we don't know if he's leaving. I know. I think it's obvious. I'm going right to the Jaguars with a quarterback who's been. I know he could throw the ball, and I'm gonna build something as a head coach. I'm going with it. He's going to get more. Kellen Moore has an opportunity to go to. Let's talk about Kellen Moore for a bit, okay? Because when we first got Kellen Moore, I knew that Kellen Moore. Let's talk about Kellen Moore, okay? When Kellen Moore first got the job, I knew he wasn't going to be here for no longer than a year. I looked at what he did with the Chargers. I knew what he did with Dak. I'm like, yeah, bro, this is going to be another pit stop. And that's exactly what it is, bro. Like, this was duh. You definitely not going to keep a hot name like Kellen Moore from another coaching possibility. You're not, bro. He's going to be a hot name no matter where he is. But with the Philadelphia Eagles, with Jalen Hurts, and all of these pieces, Kellen Moore knew. People come here knowing, like, yeah, we're going to excel. Saquon Barkley knew he was going to excel when he got here. So what you got when you get here, with the possibility of signing with the Philadelphia Eagles, right? And Kellen Moore knew that. We knew that. We knew that we're getting Saquon. We knew that there was going to be a chance for, because this is the best team and one of the best teams in the NFL the last 4 or 5 years, however you want to call it, for the last quarter century. Now you look at the last 20 years. Look at the last 15 years. Okay? Like, come on now. Put some respect on our name. We know they know how the Philadelphia Eagles just ran the organization, right? Especially as of late, going to the Super Bowl. You know, beating up on all the best teams in the NFL. Right? You know what comes with being associated with success. Let's be honest, bro. So you know what comes with it. But Kellen Moore, I got a video on Kellen Moore. I've looked, I've known from the moment he signed as the coordinator, I knew he's definitely not going to be here long at all. Because you look at Jalen Hurts, you look at the offense, you look at the team, they're going to make it easier for him to call plays. Like, you can't be that, like, if you're bad at your job as a coordinator, the talent on the team alone is still going to make you look good, right? The player's still going to get their yards, and regardless. But now if you get a coordinator that could complement the players, now you're looking deadly. Kellen Moore complements the players so well. Now Kellen Moore is using the run game too, using Saquon. Like, Kellen Moore definitely deserves a head coaching job, because now Kellen Moore has shown he know how to get a run game going, right? So Kellen Moore definitely earns a head coaching gig. But again, you can do much worse than Kellen Moore. Where do the Philadelphia Eagles go without Kellen Moore? Why they hate us so much? I mean, they hate us so much, it makes me just want to shove it down their throat, bro. Pause. Right? They hate us so much, it makes me want to it makes me want the Philadelphia Eagles to be a little more confident and a little more arrogant, because that's what comes with being greatness. With being great. So when you talk about why they hate us so much, that's fuel. That's fuel. That's fuel to the fire type shit, bro. Right? So that's one of them questions, man. That's why I won't Saquon to go get that all-time rush hour record. That's why I wanted Jalen Hurts to throw for 4,000 yards last year, because I don't think he could throw for 4K yards. That's why he was like 200, 300 yards away. That's why I wanted Jalen Hurts to go get that's why I advocate for the players to go break history and go get these certain statistical landmarks, because now it can further my argument of, hey, these guys deserve it. We deserve it. So with the haters and with all the hate, bro, I want to be able to go to bat for these guys and for these players and for my team. That's why we need these stats, bro, because we don't get what we deserve, bro. They be hating on us so bad. Like, why hate on us, bro? It ain't that serious. Is it really that deep? The hate shouldn't be that deep. When, like, bro, just acknowledge when something is great. Just acknowledge. I do. That's what I do. I acknowledge when something is great. Why can't we acknowledge when something is great? Huh? Right? All of these teams, bro, they don't want to put the Patriots on our schedule. They did, and we smoked them. Like, come on now. Think about it. All of these teams with all of the number one overall draft pick quarterbacks, all of the teams with the Super Bowls, and we've been whooping on everybody. Patriots, Pittsburgh, we've been whooping them. Most Super Bowls, right? Dallas, whooping them. We've been whooping on all of these teams. Whooping on all of these teams. We need our recognition, bro. We need our recognition. And but bro, listen to me. Sometimes, bro, there's some stuff in house that I have to address. And that happens to be the Philadelphia Eagles, man, with like some of the stuff with Jalen Hurts. I just don't agree with. I just don't like it, man. You got to let him pick his coordinator, and we rock out with whoever he pick, and just keep him in place. Okay, the coordinators, bro. The coordinators. I'm fed up with it. Vic Fangio, our defensive coordinator, he's good to stay. Good, perfect. We can't get an offensive coordinator that's like, come on now. We're gonna have to address it. I never really, honestly, bro, I don't really like. I see it, but I don't feel as some when it comes from me. Oh yeah, it needs to be talked about, bro. I'm not gonna cap, bro. I'm not talking about anything but pressing issues, bro. For real. And this is at some point when you look at Jalen Hurts, 9 years he's been in the NFL. Oh, not in the NFL. 9 years he's been playing football from the college to the NFL. He's in 9 years from college to NFL. Hear me out. From college to the NFL, 9 years. He's only had the same coordinator one time. And that was a year and a half. Shane Steichen. And what happened that year? The one time he had some consistency with his play caller and a coordinator. He goes to the Super Bowl and have an MVP-like year. We need that consistency with the coordinators. Again, his concussion, the concussion, bro, the concussion, that's just something that is unfortunate because I thought Jalen Hurts would be back. I thought he was practicing. Saturday, the day before the Giants game. But no, he's just in a building. Of course I know he's in a building. The source was a little... I ran too much. I ran away with the source too fast because I just wanted some news on Jalen Hurts, okay? Jalen Hurts, of course he's been in a building. He wasn't practicing. So that was on me. Honestly, that was on me. Okay, I literally thought that when they said Jalen Hurts was practicing, that he was, they seen him in the building Saturday. Dog. Come on, man. He ain't practicing. He's just in a building, which of course I know that. We all know he's around the building. That's where he's he lives he lives there at the Nova Care Complex. The source was off. He should have said, "Hey, we seen Jalen Hurts at the complex." But when he said when the source told me Jalen Hurts was practicing, I ran with it because I really wanted some good news. That was Saturday. It's Tuesday. He hasn't practiced. So it'll be 18 days that this man hasn't practiced. 3 games he's missed from a concussion that typically a concussion takes 9 days. The protocol, you should clear the protocol in 9 days. It's been 18. It's been 18. So that on top of the coordinator, having a new coordinator, or the possibility of having a new coordinator, offensive coordinator. Like, come on, man. Can Jalen catch a break? I know he'll be healthy and fine and he should be cleared. But you can't take away the fact that he's missed 18 days of practice. You cannot take away that Jalen Hurts has missed 18 days, has not practiced in 18 days. I'm not going to say he missed 18 days of practice. But Jalen Hurts hasn't practiced in 18 days. I know his leg's gonna be fresh, and I know, but the Philadelphia Eagles, after him coming off a concussion, the NFL is going to be monitoring to see if he's going to be taking any hits. They're going to be monitoring him. They can, like, if they feel like if he's taking a hit, they can take him out and try to. You want to take the NFL and the refs out of these situations, man. And I just really wish this concussion could have not have come at a worse time. This is the worst time to be dealing with your quarterback. I mean, like, of course, there's no cause for concern, and you want to be chill, but man, it's not. I can't, because I care too much about Jalen. He means too much to our team, right? So let's say you hear your quarterback hasn't practiced in 18 days going into the playoffs. Who wouldn't be concerned? Somebody said Packers going to win. That's not happening. Dude, it's his second concussion. I mean, yeah, who knows, but who knows how many concussions he's had. But he's had concussions. I mean, so I'm still just I don't know, bro. It's just it's a cause of concern. As confident as I am about the Philadelphia Eagles, I've already said the Philadelphia Eagles are going to smoke the Green Bay Packers. But still, this is kind of one of those Jalen Hurts kind of things to where I want to pinpoint that Jalen Hurts, man, he hasn't practiced in 18 days. Let's start there. He's losing his coordinator. So before people even start to want to hate or criticize Jalen, you have to understand, when he goes into this Green Bay game, he hasn't practiced, dog, in 18 days. He hasn't. I don't even know if he's throwing a football. And the NFL seems so strict with the protocol. No, like, certain people, like, you can't even really talk to them, or like the press or the media, or they're really strict regarding the NFL's protocol when it comes to concussions. So, but I know for one, if it typically takes 9 days for a concussion to be out of the concussion protocol, he should have practiced by now. But I would feel much more comfortable knowing that Jalen Hurts, at the bare minimum, he practiced. Eden says if Eden the remix says if Malik Willis plays against the Eagles instead of Jordan Love, don't be surprised if the Eagles lose, huh? Malik Willis, kid under the Packers system, is a real problem. I like Malik Willis, honestly, but I mean, I just think he's a freak of nature as far as, like, athletically. But as far as beating the Philadelphia Eagles, no way. Dude does not have, bro. I mean, he may cause some problems, and I like Malik Willis, but I don't think he would have. I would disagree, bro. I would disagree, because I don't know who would be. I don't think any quarterback in the NFL would be able to completely neutralize the Philadelphia Eagles defense, especially not a Malik Willis. Like, yeah, I don't know, bro, about that one. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm not worried about nobody I'm not worried about a quarterback in the NFL against the Philadelphia Eagles defense. I'll be honest with you. No concern. No concern. Packers coming for that dub. Stop acting like Willis is better than Love. Philly Wait, Packers coming for the dub, bro? No, they what? They not. They come on. I already talked about the Packers last stream. This wasn't even really about the Packers, bro. Again, the Packers not. I'm not even worried about the Packers, bro. I'm more worried about my quarterback. And I want the news that Jalen Hurts practice. I'm not even focused about the Packers, bro. The Packers are not. The Packers gonna get embarrassed, and it is what it is, bro. I'm really overlooking this team. They say be humble, whatever. I'm looking past this team. I'm not even. I mean, at this point, I'm more so concerned about I'm more so focused on the second round of the playoffs. The Packers, I'm not worried about the Packers, bro. It is what it is. Don't nobody want to see the Bengals. The Bengals aren't even in the playoffs, so nobody has to worry about seeing the Bengals. He's saying this coming from a Niners fan. Bro, you not a Niners fan. You a fucking Bengals fan. He's a Bengals fan. You're a Bengals fan. Talking about don't nobody want to worry about the Bengals coming from a Niners. Oh, man. When you overlook is when you lose. You're going to be choked up. I'm not going to be choked up. I'm going to actually be right here at the same time laughing. I'm going to be right here laughing, saying I told you so. I'm going to be sharing my live. I'm going to be sharing my live stream, my live stream from yesterday. I'm going to be sharing that on social media about how I was right. Right? No, bro. I'm not going to be no. What you mean, dog? Hold on. Time out. No. I got the trash talk out the way the last live stream, bro. No, I already know what the Eagles finna do about to the Green Bay Packers. We've been whooping them for the last couple years, bro. We not worried about them. We ran down on them in Brazil and whooped them. I'm not worried about them. Okay? I'm more so worried about my quarterback practicing. I need him out at practice after 18 days of not practicing. I need Jalen Hurts at practice. Once he's been cleared to practice, I will feel a lot better. Okay? But even then, once we get past, he should be good tomorrow, right? But damn, I thought he was good Saturday. So yeah, now I'm back concerned. It's going to be 18 days that he hasn't practiced. So what's the game plan? Do you guys know the game plan already? It's like you need a game plan. Do they even have a game? What the hell? You going into the playoffs with no, how could you have game planned if you're not at practice? I'm like, come on, man. Coming to the biggest game of the season. My star quarterback has not practiced in 18 days. And people are telling me to be, you're fine, not worry. What? How can I not? When there is just news of the same Philadelphia Eagles team not being able to keep the play caller. I mean, the play caller is the right-hand man to the quarterback. The play caller is designing the plays for the quarterback, for Jalen Hurts. Without him, Jalen Hurts, the team doesn't look as good as it looked. And you telling me there's a chance? You're telling me we're going to lose him, right? That's what's going to happen. He's pretty much not going. He has. So you're telling me the guy who designs the Philadelphia Eagles offense. Listen here. Watch this. Here you go. The guy that designs the Philadelphia Eagles offense already has 1 foot out the door. Going into the biggest game of our season. The NFL, they can't have this, man. They can't have prominent pieces of the team having job interviews while we're focusing on a Super Bowl and a playoff run. This like the NFL has to change that shit, bro. Yo, what's the word? KFOL, go Birds. You already know that, bro. It's definitely go Birds. And we definitely finna blow out the Packers. We definitely finna blow out the Packers too. Eagles going home, honestly. Where's our home if that's where we're going? Where's our home? The Super Bowl? Because that's where we're going. You said the Eagles are going home. Our home must be the Super Bowl. Or it must be the Green Bay Packers bedroom because you guys are about to get fucked. Stop, bro, because we already discussed the Green Bay Rats, bro. Like, the trash talk was the last stream, man. I got all my trash talk out early, okay? I'm focused on my quarterback right now. I'm focused on my starting quarterback, bro. That's more so what I'm focused on, man. The Green Bay Packers not even a concern, man. I just need my quarterback to be practicing. Okay? And I need the Philadelphia Eagles to keep the same coordinator year in and year out for our quarterback. You know, you can't make the quarterback position even harder than it already is. It's the hardest position in the NFL. You're making it more difficult for Jalen Hurts. Let's not do that. Let's just keep the same coordinator. That's all I'm asking for. That's it, bro. That's it. Kellen Moore. We're losing our offensive coordinator. It is what it is. This has been happening for the longest. Jalen Hurts is accustomed to this. Jalen Hurts is, I mean, what? How many? 9? He's had 9 different coordinators in 8 years of playing football. What the? What are we doing here? Where's Kellen going? Kellen has just, who said that? Drum forever. Kellen has an opportunity. He has a interview for 2 coaching vacancies, head coaching positions with the Saints and the Jaguars. So I think he's going to the Jaguars. I think he's gone. When you look at the quarterback over there, he's an offensive coordinator. I know he's gone. When we signed him, I knew he was leaving. But with these reports, yeah, it's a foregone conclusion, honestly. It's just a matter of when. Drum forever said, damn. Yeah, bro, mind you. Drum, this is in the middle of the Philadelphia Eagles in a Super Bowl run. Now, with reports of Kellen Moore leaving and the possibility of him going to the Eagles. I mean, if you look at the history of Jalen Hurts, bro, Jalen Hurts has had 8 different coordinators in 9 years, dating back to college. So this is nothing new. Jalen Hurts always has new coordinators. So it's like, man, Jalen Hurts has to learn a new system next year during training camp. That's a learning curve where he can be getting better at what he's already good at in a system and becoming more comfortable and acquainted with what he's learned the previous year. Now you rip all of this away from him every year and make him start over. This is unfortunate for him. And mind you, he hasn't practiced in 18 days, man. He's dealing with a concussion. This is just Jalen Hurts advocacy right here, bro. This is just my stream of sympathizing with Jalen Hurts. But more importantly, I want you guys to understand that, hey, bro, the Philadelphia Eagles make mistakes. And right now, what they're doing with not being able to keep an coordinator, a play caller, the guy who designs the stuff for Jalen Hurts. Every year, there's multiple different designs. Like, come on, bro. You pay him too much money. He has the biggest responsibility on the team. Make it easier for him. I would like to go into my job day in, day out, knowing that I've put in the work to learn things. And I've built the foundation. Now I just build on what I've learned. Every year they're ripping this stuff out and re-implementing stuff and making it like, yo, it's a headache. It's a headache. It's a headache for me to watch every year this go on. Every year, new coordinators. Like, golly, bro. This derailed our Super Bowl in 2022. If you look at Jonathan Gannon, right? Jonathan Gannon, the defensive coordinator for the Philadelphia Eagles, told the Philadelphia Eagles that he was staying with the Philadelphia Eagles. The plan going into the Super Bowl. He had multiple offers, like Kellen Moore, he went out to interview with the Cardinals, which he's the head coach of now, but he had those opportunities to do that. And when we get to the Super Bowl, after these job interviews or whatever, he gets to the Super Bowl and the defense plays horrible. And right after the Super Bowl, we get reports that he's being a head coach. He's going to be the head coach for the Cardinals after telling us he was going to stay here. So it's like, bro, it's all when you get to the playoffs, right? And when you get to this juncture of the season, these are the type of distractions and things that have came back to hurt the Philadelphia Eagles, bro. I'm sorry, man. I've seen it. Luckily, Vic Fangio, the Eagles defensive coordinator, says, hey, this is where I want to be. We need coordinators who want to stay here so we don't have to deal with the uncertainty. Or just, it's not even uncertain. You pretty much know the Philadelphia Eagles are losing a coordinator. This is something you know that is going to happen every year. The Eagles are going to lose their offensive coordinator. Connor says, trade Jalen for Dak. That's a loser line. That's a bannable offense. That's a bannable comment right there, bro. You saying trade? Yeah, that's you out of it, bro. You out of it. Connor Shaw, send him to the loser lounge. Send him to the loser lounge. Ban him. What you mean, gang? What are you talking about, bro? Ban him. CTS says Hurts suck. Hold on. Wait. Ban him. Get him out of here. Ban him. Ban him for life. Ban him. Exactly. You can't say Jalen Hurts suck, but he's won the most games in the NFC as far as NFC quarterbacks within the last 3 years. He's won the most games. He's a winner. Did the band make me feel better? That David White says, did that band make you feel better? I'm finna show you right now, my nigga. Where you at? I'm finna show you how it made me feel. Ban him! Yeah, it made me feel great. Ban him. I'm positive. Jesse says, Mendoza says, I'm positive. We're solid. Go Birds. Yeah, I mean positive. What you mean, bro? This is 9 years. Jalen Hurts has dealt with different coordinators, bro. At some point, you got to be realistic. This is hard to be realistic, honestly, because now you have to go against. Sometimes you have to go against what you believe when you got to be realistic with yourself. Yeah, we got this. I'm not concerned about the Packers, bro. I'm not concerned about the Packers at all. Trust me. I'm not concerned about the Packers. I'm more concerned about Jalen Hurts not practicing in 18 days. And I'm also concerned about Kellen Moore, Jalen Hurts, offensive coordinator, the play caller, the Eagles play caller, leaving. That's the guy who designs everything for Jalen. I'm concerned. I'm not concerned about the Packers. What the fuck? Y'all was probably overlooking the Bucks last year too. Nah, we wasn't. We knew we were going. We look, Sean. Hey, bro, we were honestly, honest to God, we knew we were losing in the first round. There's a lot of there, bro. Hey, I'm telling you, bro, we knew we were losing in the first round. I'm not gonna cap, bro. I knew we was losing last year in the first round. It is what it is, bro. A lot of people knew that, bro. Looking at the, yeah, oh, bro, that's disgusting to think about. I'm not even, bro. I can't even. I refuse to think about last year, bro. I'm not focused on that shit, bro. This year, the complete opposite. That's all that matters. But last year, we knew it was a wrap. But then they're gonna playoffs. We knew it was over with. Everybody knew it was over with. Love from South Africa. Shout out to Xander. This man is from South Africa, bro. Bro from another country. Much love to you, bro. Wait, hold on. Sean says you'll remember it. You'll remember it's coming up shortly. Bums. Oh, okay, I see what's going on. Where you at, my nigga? Hold on. Hold on. What the fuck he at? What that nigga at? Ban him! Get your bitch ass out the street. Get your ass out. Get out. What you talking about, bro? Trying to talk tough. Nigga, we the best team in the NFL, bro. What you mean? I'ma act like it, nigga. What you talking about, gang? Huh, what bro say? Hold on, where you at? Saquon, the only reason people care about the Eagles. You know the only reason people care about you is because I'm finna ban you. Blitz, whatever your name. Ban him. Ban him. Nova says, I've been watching Eagles since Randall Cunningham. Drum says, these people type anything online. I ban anything. Hey, somebody said Vikings all the way. The Vikings are frauds too, man. But it'll be interesting to see where Kellen Moore lands. Man, I would like for him to stay, but even if he leaves, I understand. But we need some continuity between, Jalen Hurts and his offensive coordinator, bro. Jalen Hurts hasn't practiced in 18 days. Yes, there's a slight cause of concern because the concussion protocol typically takes about 9 days. It all varies, but you should be good after a week. So if it to be 18 days, man, I would like to have known that Jalen Hurts practiced. That's it, bro. And I also would like to see Jalen Hurts keep the same coordinator for multiple different years. Get him one guy. I don't want to see Jalen Hurts having to constantly learn a new offense every year. So instead of getting better at what you're already good at, now you have to learn something new entirely. And he's had to do this for the past 9 years, bro. He's always had a different coordinator. At what point do you say, hey, I pay this guy a lot of money? Let's make his job easier. I know he has all the weapons and everything like that, with Saquon, and let's keep this going. Let's keep this going into next year and the future. Years to come. 5, 6 years down the line. 7, 8, 9, 10 years down the line. That's something that the Philadelphia Eagles don't have. So that's why this is so it's alarming, because this is a history of it. You're a repeat offender. As a repeat offender, now we got to address you as such. Okay? We got to address you as such. Philadelphia Eagles. We have to address you as a repeat offenders. Okay? Because look at what the Philadelphia Eagles have done to Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts has had 9 seasons dating back to college. From his freshman year in college, Jalen Hurts has had 8 different coordinators in 9 years of playing football. Every year he has to learn a whole new scheme. Every year he has to start all the way over from scratch. And every year he puts up 4,000 yards. Every year it gives you 4K, 30 plus touchdowns. Every year he's leading the Philadelphia Eagles to playoffs and Super Bowls, getting people jobs. At the bare minimum, at least give him the same coordinator, man. And just give him the same play caller, bro. That's at the bare minimum. At the bare minimum. You can't do that for Jalen. At the bare minimum. That's the least you can do. Nick Sirianni is our Philadelphia Eagle. Says Nick is honestly our centerpiece. He keeps the team together. Is this a Nick Sirianni troll account or something, bro? Name a coach in his era with the better this is a Nick Sirianni burner account. Nick Sirianni, you better not be in here under a burner account. This sound like some. Doesn't that sound like something Nick Sirianni would say, bro? Hey, Nick Sirianni, you get us a Super Bowl this year, bro. I reserve judgment, man, honestly. But until then, until he get us a Super Bowl, until he starts calling plays, I reserve judgment on Nick Sirianni based off how I already feel about him. And you already know how I feel about Nick Sirianni, man. So again, it is what it is. He have to show me. It's unfortunate. It is what it is. You know, he got to show me, man. After sitting Saquon, just when I was getting to the point where like, man, I got to get Nick Sirianni his due, his credit. Then he decides to not get Saquon his record, and I'm like, yeah, fuck all that, right? So I gotta wait. He got to get a ring, or he got to start calling plays. You know, he get a ring, I'm wrong about him. I'll give him a full apology on Nick Sirianni, bro. The head coach of the Philadelphia Eagles, I give him a full apology. But until he does that or actually starts calling plays, bro, I can't. I'm not moving the goalpost on how I feel about him. He right. Zayden says he right for real though. Nick Sirianni a good coach. Okay, I'm just, bro. That's just, I don't know, bro. Okay, you not Nick. Okay, cool, whatever, bro. I'm just reserving judgment on Nick Sirianni. I don't have nothing good to say about Nick Sirianni. I don't got nothing bad to say about Nick Sirianni. That's really much where I'm at with Nick. If he starts calling plays, then I'll give him a lot more credit. Until he wins a Super Bowl, if he gets a Super Bowl, there's nothing bad I could really say about him. Okay, I will go to bat for him. Okay, but he'll have to get us a Super Bowl, and he'll have to start calling plays. But until then, he gets nothing from me. Sorry, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Especially after not sitting Saquon. I mean, especially after sitting Saquon. Okay, if you don't sit him, you let him get the record. I think I would be able to say, hey, Nick Sirianni. If Nick Sirianni gets Saquon Barkley that record, hey, Nick Sirianni, I was wrong about you. If he gets Saquon that record, hey, Nick, I was wrong. I think you're a great head coach. But, I mean, right now, there's nothing that moves the goalpost for how I feel about Nick Sirianni. And if you don't know how I feel about Nick Sirianni, it won't take you long to find out. But I don't care about the last message and you trying to, nothing's going to be able to explain to me why we sat him. There's no logic around it. So yeah, bro, I'm not, bro. I'm stuck on how I feel about that. So it is what it is. It is what it is, bro. Uh, let's see if there's anything else going on before I even decide to end this live stream, man. And make sure everything is, because you never know with the Philadelphia Eagles, honestly. Uh, yeah, there's nothing, bro, right now. I mean, it's all, Kellen Moore hasn't gotten any new job offerings, or Jalen Hurts hasn't been, he's still in concussion protocol. Everything's really much the same as of right now. So hopefully we can keep hopefully we can keep our offensive coordinator. Hopefully we can keep Kellen Moore. But if not, the Philadelphia Eagles need to figure out how they go about keeping some consistency at that position, because at the offensive coordinator, as with the play caller, because I feel like it doesn't help Jalen Hurts. And also, Jalen Hurts not practicing in 18 days. It'll be 18 days tomorrow. We're gonna keep an eye on that, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. We're the whole, all the playoffs. We're gonna cover the playoffs this whole entire. So it's gonna be daily. So make sure you guys subscribe, turn on the post notifications. I'll be going live every day until the playoffs is over to discuss what's going on and keep you guys informed. So make sure you guys turn on post notifications and stay locked in.